Hello. Today we'll be talking about something very familiar, a website. We'll want to understand what a website is and the importance of having a website. But before we proceed, today I'm joined with my colleague whom I'll allow to introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Martin, one of the co-founders at Nextra, and I'm glad to be joining this session where we'll discuss comprehensively about websites. Welcome. On to the topic of websites. We will start by defining or explaining to the viewer what a website is. So Senior, if I may ask you from your interaction with the website, how will you define a website?
So basically, I define a website as a digital office or shop or an information center. This is simply a platform that allows your followers, clients, or customers to get to know more about you or your business and the products and the services that you offer at any time from wherever you are or they are.
That's a good definition, Senior. The next question we are to ask ourselves is, what are the type of websites? What are the most common websites according to your interaction with them?
There are several types of websites, but some of the most common or the most familiar forms or types of websites include, but are not limited to, we have the business and corporate websites. These are types of websites that allow institutions to introduce themselves and also showcase the services that they offer. For example, the consulting firms and even the tech institutions like Nextra in this case. Another form of website that we have is an e-commerce website. An e-commerce website is a form of a website that allow your customers to buy your products and services from online. The other one is personal websites, which we call a portfolio. So these are websites for individuals or professionals who want to sell themselves to the world by showcasing their skills and even the services they offer. Some of the people who will use these services include videographers, graphic designers, and even software developers and software engineers. The other form is the NGO or the government websites. These are websites that allow us to gain access to the services that the government institutions offer or get to know more information about them. And I think those are some of the most familiar forms of websites. And probably something that I could have forgotten about some of the about a very important website is educational websites. So this is mainly for learning institutions like colleges, universities, where they can market the courses they offer. They can also publish the learning materials and learning resources.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we have all heard about the type of websites, and I think now we are getting more familiar with this topic. So we will ask ourselves, what are the benefits of a website? Why do people or organizations out there or entrepreneurs need websites?
So we are moving into an era where almost everything is becoming digital. And at this time, most of the people will tend to shy away from having manual and physical interactions and would prefer digital or online interactions. So the advantage of having a website is simply that you're having a platform that allows people to access your information 24/7 to get to know everything that you do and all the services that you offer. The other benefit of having a website is that it gives you authenticity. There are several institutions offering different services, but there's a kind of appeal that comes with having a website. It enables you to gain a level of trust and competitive advantage over several institutions who do the same thing that you do, but do not have a website. The other benefit of having a website is that it increases your reach. That is through visibility and search. Often when you want to find a website, we'll always find platforms like Google searches where we can go and search a website and find. And sometimes people even want a specific service, but they don't know whoever is providing that service. So through platforms or browsing platforms like, let's say Google Chrome, you can go and type the kind of service you want, and it will provide you with different institutions that offer that similar service. And when you have a website, it gives you an advantage in that it will be some of the platforms that will be displayed when this person will be searching for the service. The other thing is having a website allows your clients or even followers to gain valuable and useful information about you. For example, presently, many people don't have the luxury of moving from their homes to your office to ask you the kind of services that you offer, about your institutions, or even the values that your institution that stands for and the services that you offer. So people want to gain access to a lot of things from the comfort of their homes. And therefore, having a website allows these people to get to know more about you and everything that you do, including your location and services, while they are at home. And finally, this is a tool that helps you to brand yourself. Brand is simply about sustainability, about being lasting in the market and having a competitive advantage over those you offer the same services with or those who are in the market that you are in. So having a website enables you to stand out as it positions you in a unique place as compared to those other people who don't have the websites. So if you're wondering whether you need a website, you should be asking yourself, do my clients or followers need to find me online? If they need to find you online, then the answer is basically yes. Because if they need to find you online, but you don't have a platform that can give them that form of access, it becomes a challenge, and that means that these clients will not find you online.
Thank you, Senior, for those points. Those were incredible points, and I'm sure by now you know the benefits and why we personally need websites as entrepreneurs, as business people. If you are maybe even in the political or leadership space, why you personally need a website. If I might chime in into the conversation and add something, I perceive a website to be a virtual office. So many people traditionally perceive a website as a marketing tool, but beside it being a marketing tool, it is your virtual office. And if I may jog our memories a bit, we were recently, but it was not so recent, faced with a pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. And many businesses had to shut down their physical operations. It was inevitable because, as we can all remember, there was a lockdown and lockdowns all over the world. The businesses which suffered most are those which lacked a website, because now their clientele and customers will not find a place to reach those businesses since their physical operation had shut down. If another pandemic were to happen, ask yourself, is your business safe? Ask yourself, is your brand safe? Because we are not only speaking to businesses, but brands, government brands, institutional brands, corporate brands, political and leadership brands. So,
if you are in need of a website or want to know more about our website and software development services, please feel free to contact us or visit our website at www.gonextra.com. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe and see you in our next video.